reconnaissance, logistic resupply, casualty and medical evacuation, as well as simulated display and flag streaming drills in Hawkeye formation during national and ceremonial parade, just like the one we witnessed a while ago. Distinguished guest senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, it may interest you to know that it is customary for the reviewing officer to inspect the guard before the commencement of the parade. The inspection is done to showcase the state of readiness of troops to undertake the course for which they have been commissioned and enlisted. At the moment, the reviewing officer is proceeding to inspect the parade mounted on the inspection vehicle. With him in the inspection vehicle is the Commander, 6th Division Garrison, Brigadier General A.A. Bello, and the Parade Commander, Lieutenant Colonel S. Mbala. Distinguished guest senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, leading the inspection vehicle are the flag bearers, Private Jennifer Nelson, Private Muinat Ahmed, Corporal Mata Oshizi, and Private Rhoda Joseph. At the moment, the special guest of honor is approaching the number one guard. The number one guard, let me rush so that I can give you. The number one guard on parade this morning is Major I. Mohammed. He's being assisted by 2 sub-guard commanders. The right sub-guard commander is Lieutenant A.T. Badmos, while the left sub-guard commander is Lieutenant A.I. Goji. The company sergeant major behind the number one guard is Warrant Officer Muaz Shamaki. The 2 guard is being commanded by Captain A. Aminu. The right sub-guard commander is Lieutenant M. Abdul Malik, while the left sub-guard commander is Lieutenant T.A. Olusheije. The company sergeant major behind the 2 guard is Warrant Officer Silas Benga. Between the 2 and 3 guard is the highly revered component of regimentation, the color party. There are 2 colors on parade this morning, the national color and the 29th Battalion regimental color. The ensign to the national color is Captain M.S. Nasser, while the ensign to the 29th Battalion regimental color is Captain D.P. Webb. Behind the color party is the Parade Regimental Sergeant Major, Master Warrant Officer Emmanuel Egbeta. The escort to the colors are Staff Sergeant Ajia Hassan, Staff Sergeant Irene Yakubu, and Sergeant Obasi Ogocha. Next is to the color party is the trigger, commanded by Captain E.S. Uze. She's been assisted by 2 sub-guard commanders, Lieutenant Z.L. Linus and Lieutenant R. Oko. The company sergeant major behind 3 guard is Staff Sergeant Faith Crate. Distinguished guest senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, it may interest you to know that the 3 guard is all female guard. The parade commander, sub-guard commanders, the company sergeant major, as well as the troops in 3 guards are all female personnel of the Nigerian Army. The number 4 guard is being commanded by Captain R. Ogene. He's been assisted by 2 sub-guard commanders, Lieutenant J.M. Shiwai and Lieutenant K.I. Usman. The company sergeant major behind the number 4 guard is Staff Sergeant Clement Usman. Behind the color party is the mass band providing scintillating musical interlude for today's historic event, commanded by Lieutenant Colonel A.O. Edoja. He's been Captain I.O. Abraham, Captain M.R. Tatua, Captain O.O. Oradare, and Lieutenant D.Y. Cham. The bandmaster and Master Warrant Officer Bimbola Lawal, Staff Sergeant Adeyo Kun Kamaruddin, and Sergeant Nuhu Kaleb. Behind the guard are the Nigerian Army Women Command Combat March Platoon and troops of 4 Special Forces Command Nigerian Army, which shall later display for your viewing pleasure. Distinguished guest senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, leading the inspection vehicles are the flag bearers, Private Jennifer Lesson, Private Muinat Ahmed. To the left of the inspection vehicle, while to the right of the inspection vehicle, we have Corporal Mata Ochize and Private Rhoda Joseph. The driver of the inspection vehicle is Sergeant Mohammed Abdullahi. At this point, may I hand over to Major Undule to interpret this proceeding for the francophone speaking audience.
Les invités distingués, mesdames et messieurs, dans le cadre de la célébration d'aujourd'hui, nous avons l'honneur d'accueillir encore une fois l'invité d'honneur spécial par un suivant cérémonial avec déploiement de drapeaux effectué par les hélicoptères de l'aviation de l'armée nigériane en formation Hawkeye. À cet instant, le commandant de parade, le lieutenant-colonel Essembala, marche avec précision pour présenter la parade et inviter ensuite l'officier inspecteur à procéder à l'inspection de la parade. Il est important de savoir qu'il est d'usage de l'officier inspecteur procède à l'inspection de garde avant le début de la parade. Cette inspection a pour but d'évaluer l'état de préparation des troupes à accomplir la mission pour laquelle elles ont été commissionnées et enrôlées. À présent, l'officier inspecteur se dirige vers l'inspection de la parade, monté sur le véhicule d'inspection. Avec lui, dans le véhicule d'inspection, se trouve le commandant de la 6e division garnison, général de brigade et Bello, et le commandant de défilé, lieutenant-colonel Essembala. Le commandant de défilé est le lieutenant-colonel Essembala, le commandant de la garde numéro 1 est le capitaine Aïe Mohamed. Le commandant de la sous-garde droite est le lieutenant Eti Badamassi, tandis que le commandant de la sous-garde gauche est le lieutenant Aïe Gogé. Le sergent-major de compagnie derrière la garde numéro 1 est l'adjudant Moazou Chamaki. Le commandant de la garde numéro 2 est le capitaine Aminou. Le commandant de la sous-garde gauche est le lieutenant T.E. Oluseiji. Le sergent-major de compagnie derrière la garde numéro 2 est l'adjudant Silas Benga. Entre la garde numéro 2 et la garde numéro 3 se trouve la composante hautement respectée de la régiment, le détachement des étendards. 2 étendards sont emparés ce matin, l'étendard national et l'étendard régimentaire du 19e bataillon. Le porte-étendard de l'étendard national est le capitaine MS Nassir, tandis que le porte-étendard de l'étendard régimentaire est le capitaine D.P. Wouyep. Derrière le détachement des étendards se trouve le sergent-major régimentaire du défilé, maître adjudant Emmanuel Egbeta. Les escortes de étendards sont le sergent-chef Adjia Hassan, Arin Yakoubou et Ahmad Mohamed. À côté du détachement des étendards se trouve la garde numéro 3, le commandant de la garde et le capitaine I.S. Ouzer. Le commandant de la sous-garde droite est le lieutenant Z.L. Linus, tandis que le commandant de la sous-garde gauche est le lieutenant Al Oko. Le sergent-major de compagnie derrière le garde numéro 3 est le sergent-chef Faith Krent. Ensuite vient le garde numéro 4, le commandant de la garde est le capitaine R. Ogene. Le commandant de la sous-garde droite est le lieutenant J.M. Chouaï, tandis que le commandant de la sous-garde gauche est le lieutenant K.I. Ousmane. Le sergent-major de compagnie derrière la garde numéro 4 est le sergent-chef Clément Ousmane. Derrière le détachement des étendards se trouve la musique de la masse, fournissant l'interlude musical pour cet événement historique. Commandé par le lieutenant-colonel E.O. Edoja, assisté par les capitaines O.O. Olamide, I.O. Abraham, M. Aktatoua, O.O. Oradare, I.S. Ouzé et le lieutenant D.Y. Cham. Le maître de musique sont les maîtres adjudants Abimbola Lawal, Adeyoku Kamaruddin et le sergent Nuhu Keleb. Derrière les gardes se trouve le peloton de marche de combat de commandement féminin de l'armée nigérienne.
Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the inspection, the parade commander will seek permission to retire to his position in front of the guard, while the commander, 6th Division Garrison, Brigadier General A.A. Bello, will lead the special guest of honor to his seat at the state box.
Distingués invités, officiers supérieurs, mesdames et messieurs, à la fin de l'inspection, le commandement de défilé demandera la permission de regagner sa position devant le garde, tandis que les invités d'honneur
May I have your permission? to carry on with the rest of the parade, Your Excellency.
Permission sought and granted to the parade commander to carry on with the rest of the parade. May I at this point request the commander, 6th Division Garrison, Brigadier General A.A. Bello, to please lead the special guest of honor to his seat at the state box.
Distingués officiers supérieurs, mesdames et messieurs, à la fin de l'inspection, le commandant de défilé demandera la permission de regagner sa position devant l'état garde, tandis que les invités d'honneur se dirigera vers sa place dans la tribune officielle.
Standard is.
Votre Excellence, invité spécial d'honneur, Président Bola Ahmed Tinubu, grand commandeur de l'Ordre République du Fédéral, ici représenté avec compétence, distingués invités, officiers supérieurs, mesdames et messieurs, une fois de plus, soyez les bienvenus à la grande finale de la célébration de la journée de l'armée nigériane 2026. Sans plus tarder, permettez-moi d'inviter respectueusement invités distingués, officiers supérieurs, mesdames et messieurs, cela fait le 163e année riche d'événements que cette institution nationale enviable, l'armée nigériane, existe. Il vous intéressera de savoir que la célébration de la journée de l'armée nigériane est un événement d'une semaine célébré annuellement. La célébration atteint son apogée le 6 juillet de chaque année par une grande finale telle que la guerre civile nigérienne. Cette date marque également le jour où le tout premier coup de feu fut tiré à Garkem, dans l'actuel état de Cross River. L'événement nous appelle aussi le slogan « Pas de vainqueur, pas de vaincu ».
Your Excellency, the Special Guest of Honor, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, here ably represented by the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, GCON, distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, you are welcome to the grand finale of the Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2026. Sir, may I respectfully invite our chief host, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General W. Shaibu, esteemed holder of the prestigious Nigerian Army Medal, amongst other numerous honors, decorations, and awards, to please deliver the welcome address. The Chief of Army Staff, sir.
Mesdames et messieurs, à présent, nous attendons le discours de le chef de l'armée, le lieutenant-général Double Chouaibou, détenu estimé de la prestigieuse médaille de l'armée nigériane. Parmi plusieurs autres honneurs, décorations et distinctions, à bien vouloir prononcer la locution de bienvenue, le chef d'état-major de l'armée, monsieur.
the special guest of honor, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by the Vice President, His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, the Senate President, Distinguished Senator Godwin Akpabio, represented by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Army, Senator Abdulaziz Musa Yar'Adua, the Chairman, Senate Committee on Defense, Distinguished Senator Ahmed Lawal, the Honorable Speaker, House of Representatives, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, ably represented by the Chairman, House Committee on Army, Honorable Aminu Balele, His Excellency, the former Head of State, Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Yakubu Gowon, retired, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, His Excellency, former President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, General Olusegun Obasanjo, retired, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, the Chairman, House Committee on Army, and other distinguished members of the National Assembly here present, the Honorable Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, retired, Order of the Federal Republic, the Executive Governor of Rivers State, Sir Samilaye Fubara, Grand Service Star of Rivers State, His Excellency, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Prince Pastor Umar Eno, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Senator Ekum Eyankini, the representative of the Governor of Bayelsa State, represented by Brigadier General A.S. Angai, retired, the Chief of Defense Staff, General O.O. Oluyede, Armed Forces Medal, Grand Commander of the Order of the Rokel, Liberia, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral I. Abbas, Admiralty Medal, ably represented by the Flag Officer Commanding Western Naval Command, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal S.K. Aneke, Distinguished Flying Star, the Director General, Department of State Services, Mr. Diola Oluwatosin Ajayi, ably represented by the State Director of Security, former Chiefs of Defense Staff, General I.A. Akinrade, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, General A.O. Ogomudia, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, General M.L. Agwai, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, General L.E.O. Irabo, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Former Chiefs of Army Staff here present, Major General A.J. Kazir, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, Lieutenant General I. Bamei, retired, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, Lieutenant General O. Elihejirika, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, His Excellency Lieutenant General T.Y. Buratai, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, Lieutenant General F. Yahaya, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic. Permit me to use former Chiefs of Policy and Plans Army, Lieutenant General L.O. Adioshun, retired, and Lieutenant General A.B. Ibrahim, retired, as a point of reference to all other retired senior officers here with us. My distinguished colleagues and compatriots, Chief of Army Staff from 16 friendly African countries who have been duly recognized, you are once again welcome. The Chief of Defense Intelligence, Lieutenant General E.A.P. Ediandeye, our Royal Father, His Royal Majesty, the Ohue I Aroje of Ekpe Kingdom of Delta State, Major General Felix Mujakpero, retired, Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, heads of security agencies here present, esteemed members of the diplomatic corps, the group managing directors and chief executive of Zenith Bank PLC, Dame Dr. Abiora Omeje, OON, group managing director, GMD and CEO of First Bank Nigeria, Mr. Olusegun Alebuso, ably represented, group managing director and chief executive of United Bank for Africa, Mr. Oliver Alabua, ably represented, captains of industries, commandants, Nigerian Defense Academy, the Chief of Policy and Plans Army, other principal staff officers from Defense and Service Headquarters, the Director Generals and heads of Nigerian Army establishments here present, force and theater commanders of various operations, corps commanders here present, General Flag and Air Officer Commanding here present, my dear wife, the President of Nigerian Army Officers' Wife Association, Dr. Hajia Sefia Hassan Shaibu, and esteemed members of the military spouse family, senior officers, serving and retired, our highly respected royal fathers here present. Quite a protocol. It is with profound gratitude to Almighty God that I heartily welcome His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, here ably represented by His Excellency Kashim Shettima, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, as well as all other distinguished guests to the grand finale of the Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2026. Here in this beautiful city of Port Harcourt, the treasure base of our nation. Today, we mark 163 years of proud service since the Nigerian Army formation in 1863. Over the decades, the Nigerian Army has continued to transform alongside the nation, adapting to new roles and greater responsibilities. Guided by the virtue of selfless service, unwavering loyalty, honor, courage, and sacrifice, the Nigerian Army remains steadfast in his sacred duty to defend the Nigerian sovereignty, protect its territorial integrity, and safeguard the lives and aspirations of our people. This solemn responsibility defines the very essence of our existence and continues to inspire our resolve to keep Nigeria safe, secure, united, and prosperous for present and future generations. For this reason, our theme for this year's Nigerian Army Day celebration is protecting the nation and serving the people, a way forward for the Nigerian Army, reflecting our enduring promise to Nigeria. The Nigerian Army Day celebration profoundly reminds us of our enduring legacy and the sacrifices made for national unity and peace. Today, we pay tribute to the extraordinary gallantry, courage, and selfless sacrifice of Nigerian soldiers, particularly those who answer the nation's call to duty and ultimately lay down their lives in defense of our country's sovereignty. We remain entirely grateful for their sacrifice and reaffirm our collective responsibility to preserve the ideals for which they gave their all. This celebration is also a reaffirmation of our commitment to protecting the nation and serving the people, regardless of the challenge of any era. Over the years, the Nigerian Army has consistently demonstrated resilience and adaptability. Our personnel have served with distinction both at home and abroad, upholding the highest standard of professionalism and patriotism. The lessons of our history have continued to guide us as we confront new realities and work tirelessly to ensure peace and stability across Nigeria. Today, the Nigerian Army faces evolving security threats, ranging from insurgency, terrorism, secessionist agitation, banditry, and emerging transnational crimes. Despite these challenges, our troops have continued to achieve significant operational successes, degrading terrorist networks, reclaiming communities, and restoring relative peace to troubled regions. We continue to invest in training, intelligence, and modern equipment while deepening collaboration with sister security agencies. Our ongoing modernization efforts and community engagement initiatives have also aimed to strengthen public trust and further enhance the effectiveness of our operations, ensuring that the safety and security of every Nigerian. It is important to note that this year's celebration holds as a crucial period when over 80% of Nigerian troops are fully committed in ongoing operations to combat the diverse security challenges bedeviling our dear nation. It is also worth noting that the Nigerian Army is not oblivious of the dire security situations in neighboring countries across the Sahel region. We have already noticed the footprints of foreign jihadists across our borders. However, I would like to assure us all that the Nigerian Army is alert and equal to the task. Like our forebearers who successfully dealt with the challenges of their generations in the two world wars, the Nigerian Civil War, and the ECOMOG missions, the Nigerian Army of today will certainly prevail in confronting the security challenges of our generation. We should at all times keep in mind our mission, which centers on defending the nation's territorial integrity, protecting the citizens, supporting civilian authorities, and when required, and contributing to national and international peace support operations. Our mission therefore remains unchanged: to win all land battles in defense of the territorial integrity of Nigeria, protect our national interests, and accomplish tasks in aid to civil authority. Permit me to remind us all that the multifaceted nature of today's security environment requires a comprehensive national response that extends beyond the battlefield. Our contemporary security challenges demand an integrated whole of government and whole of society approach where every stakeholder has a role to play in advancing peace, security, and stability. As a people of one nation with shared destiny, we must foster collaboration and strengthen our national resilience. Together, we can create an environment in which peace flourishes, development thrives, and every Nigerian can realize their full potentials in safety and dignity. In fulfillment of our covenant with our troops, the leadership of the Nigerian Army remains committed to improving welfare, training, and general administration. In this regard, the construction of Phase 2 of Bola Ahmed Tinubu Barracks, as well as ongoing large-scale renovation projects in barracks across all formations, are testament to the leadership resolve to improve the welfare of our troops. The establishment and soon-to-be commissioned depot, Nigerian Army Amasiri Eda, is also proof of Mr. President's commitment to addressing our manpower challenge and improving training proficiency in the Nigerian Army. To this end, we greatly appreciate, Mr. President, the leadership and members of the National Assembly, as well as the Honorable Minister of Defense, for their support and prompt attention to our needs. The support of state governments to the various Nigerian Army formations, units, and establishments within their domain is highly appreciated. We remain committed to maximizing the effective use of all recently procured assets and combat enablers to address and contain security threats facing our nation. We also appreciate the support and collaboration of our sister security agencies, the Nigerian Navy, the Nigerian Air Force, and other security agencies, whose collaboration and synergy have enabled the gains made so far. The Nigerian Army remains the People's Army and was created for the defense of Nigeria and Nigerians. We are committed to the careful adherence to the rules and boundaries that define legal and ethical conduct. Accordingly, we shall continue to ensure diligent supervision and sensitization of our troops on the proper conduct of the Nigerian soldier and the vision of the soldier-first culture, who serves as the foundation of our effectiveness, resilience, and institutional credibility. This is encapsulated in my command philosophy, which aims to transform the Nigerian Army into a more professional, adaptable, combat-ready, and resilient force capable of decisively discharging its constitutional responsibilities within a joint and multi-agency environment, underscoring the importance of synergy and mission success. To this end, we shall continue to appeal for the understanding of all Nigerians living in proximity to areas of active combat operations to understand that our deployments are designed to protect and defend law-abiding citizens against misguided persons and groups who have resorted to armed violence. This aligns with the recent directive of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu that the armed forces and other security agencies should deal decisively with the security challenges facing the country and show no mercy to detractors. This message is loud and clear. In compliance with this directive, we shall continue to redouble our efforts to curb all security threats and conduct ourselves in a manner that reflects our commitment to professionalism. At this juncture, I wish to express the Nigerian Army gratitude once again to His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, President and Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, for his strategic guidance and the confidence reposed in the Nigerian Army to carry out its constitutional responsibilities. On behalf of all officers and soldiers of the Nigerian Army, I wish to reaffirm our unwavering loyalty and pledge our total commitment to the defense of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Mr. President, ably represented, and other distinguished invited guests, it is indeed a great honor and privilege to have you all here with us. Your esteemed presence at the Nigerian Army Day celebration for 2026 has not only added color and glamour to our celebration, but has also demonstrated your support for us in defense of our dear nation. I must state that your attendance has added immense significance to this occasion and has demonstrated your goodwill and commitment to the ideas of national unity, peace, security, and the progress of the Nigerian Army strives to uphold its service to our dear nation. I'm also happy to specifically recognize the presence here of 16 chiefs of army staff from some African countries celebrating with us today. Specifically, we are honored to have with us the Chief of Army Staff of Angola, Cameroon, Central African Republic, Congo-Brazzaville, Mauritania, Ghana, Guinea-Bissau, Rwanda, and Morocco. Others are Namibia, Sierra Leone, South Africa, Tanzania, the Gambia, Uganda, and Zimbabwe. Your presence here today is a powerful affirmation of our collective resolve to work together in addressing the increasing complexities facing Africa. It also underscores that the defense and security of our continent are shared responsibilities that demand sustained cooperation and strategic partnerships among our armed forces. The Nigerian Army deeply values the enduring partnership we share with our sister armies and remains steadfast in its commitment to advancing regional and continental security initiatives. As we celebrate our heritage and renew our commitment to the defense of the Constitution and protection of our nation, I invite you all to relax and enjoy the parade and the display as we proudly showcase the Nigerian Army, the People's Army, on this special occasion. I sincerely welcome you all, and I'm honored by your presence. We look forward to your continued partnership in the collective pursuit of a secure, peaceful, and prosperous Nigeria. Thank you all, and God bless.
Thank you very much.
Right tone.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. With a welcome address by the Chief of Army Staff, the stage is now set for the commencement of the activities earmarked for this historic event, holding right here at Liberation Stadium, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation. Up next is demonstration by some selected elements of the Nigerian Army Corps and establishments. Please do sit back to have a view of some of these demonstrations by the Nigerian Army troops. The first display is the airborne and skydiving display by troops of the Nigerian Army School of Infantry. May I now invite ex-Master Warrant Officer Dan Anthony to coordinate this segment of the display. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, the Director, Army Public Relations. Once again, my name is ex-Master Warrant Officer Dan Anthony, popularly known as Ambassador MC Big Daddy, a national MC. I am your anchor for this segment, talking about the free fall demonstration jump for the Nigerian Army Day celebration 2026. What you are about to witness is one of the most prestigious and technically demanding demonstration of the Nigerian Army airborne capability, which is the high altitude military free fall demonstration by specially trained Nigerian Army skydivers. They talk to the birds on the air, and the birds on the air, they understand them very well. Military free fall, Your Excellency, is regarded worldwide as one of the most advanced forms of military parachuting. Unlike the conventional static line parachuting, military free fallers exit the aircraft at high altitude and descend at speed that can exceed 280 meters per second before deploying their parachute at a predetermined altitude. For today's demonstration, the skydivers jumped at 12,000 feet, feel freely before deploying the parachute at 5,500 feet. These demanding disciplines requires exceptional physical fitness, mental resilience, precise body control, and sound judgment. While this demonstration is intended to showcase the professionalism and operational capability of the Nigerian Army, it is important to appreciate that military freefall is an inherently high-risk activity. Every jump carries potential hazards, including aircraft emergencies, equipment malfunction, adverse weather condition, high altitude psychological effects, navigation errors, canopy collisions, and landing injuries. These risks can be completely eliminated. They can only be minimized by thorough planning, comprehensive training, and strict adherence to standard operating procedures. These carefully selected and medically fit personnel underwent several airborne military free-fall training, both in Israel in 2010 and Egypt in 2026, and also at the Nigerian Army School of Infantry, that is headed by a cracked senior military officer, talking about the Commandant, Nigerian Army School of Infantry, Major General F.S. Etim. Each of these sky lovers has undergone extensive ground training, wind tunnel training, emergency procedures, equipped familiarization, and continuous proficiency training before participating in demonstrations of this nature. Your Excellency, military free-fall capability provides the Nigerian Army with a strategic means of inserting special trained personnel into operational areas with precision, flexibility, and reduced debtability. Such capability is particularly valuable during special operations into complex environments. It is instructive at this point to give the Chief of Army Staff, Nigerian Army, Lieutenant General W. Shaibu, with the prestigious Nigerian Army Medal, whose personal commitment and the advancement and actualization of the Nigerian Army free fall capability had this to this historic jump today. It marks the first successful military free fall jump in the Nigerian Army and at the national level. Can we, at this point, put our hands together for the Chief of Army Staff?
Mesdames et messieurs les invités distingués, ce que vous allez observer est l'une des démonstrations les plus prestigieuses et les plus exigeantes sur le plan technique des capacités aéroportées de l'armée nigérienne. Une démonstration de chute libre militaire à grande altitude réalisée par les parachutistes militaires spécialement entraînés. Cette technique est considérée dans le monde entier comme l'une des formes les plus avancées du parachutisme militaire. Les participants soigneusement sélectionnés et médicalement aptes ont suivi plusieurs formations spécialisées au Nigeria et à l'étranger. Les sautes d'aujourd'hui ont été coordonnées par l'armée nigérienne sous la direction du général de la division F.S. Etim. Chaque parachutiste a suivi une formation complète au sol, des séances en soufflerie, des exercices de procédure d'urgence, une familiarisation avec les équipements ainsi qu'un entraînement continu. La capacité de chute libre militaire offre l'armée nigérienne un moyen stratégique d'insérer avec précision des personnels spécialement entraînés dans les zones d'opération complexes, avec davantage de discrétion et de flexibilité. Il convient de rendre hommage au chef de l'armée, le lieutenant-général W. Shaibu, intitulé de l'armée médaille, dont l'engagement personnel a permis la réalisation de cette capacité historique. Ce saut constitue le premier saut militaire en chute libre réalisé avec succès lors d'un événement national de l'armée nigériane. Mesdames et messieurs, alors que ces parachutes militaires hautement qualifiés effectuent leur atterrissage de précision selon leurs remarquables compétences, leur courage ainsi que la planification méticuleuse, les mesures de sécurité rigoureuses et le professionnalisme exemplaire qui rendent cette opération possible. Je vous invite à applaudir.
Thank you very much. While we await the arrival of the aircraft, as the skydivers will exit the aircraft, permit me to please crave the indulgence of the mass band to please give us just a short musical interlude. A short musical interlude, please. Thank you, the band.
Non,
very much, the mass band, for that musical interlude. Your Excellency, before the skydivers exit the aircraft, please permit me to please acquaint you with the short curriculum vitae of the jumpers. We will be expecting Major Mustafa Ahmed. He is one of the paratroopers. Mustafa Ahmed was born into the family of Alhaji Ahmed Abubakar and Awa Ahmed on the 15th of September 1991. He hails from Dange Shuni local government area of Sokoto State. He is a member of the 62nd Regular Course and Commission with his course at 151 Royal Military Academy Sandhurst in the United Kingdom. He is currently serving in Depot Nigerian Army Zaria as the adjutant of the mainstream depot of Nigerian Army. He is a trained and experienced jump master, a cast master, and military skydiver. He is happily married to Princess Mariam Abdullahi. He was trained in Egypt in 2026. Next is Captain MJ Aruna, who was born into the family of Alhaji Aruna Jibrin and Hajia Haruna on the 30th of November 1996. He is from Chaga local government area of Niger State. He is a member of 66 Regular Course and deployed to the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps. He is currently serving in the Nigerian Army School of Infantry Jaji as the acting chief instructor, Airborne Wing. He is a trained and experienced jump master, a commando, and a military sky lover. He is happily married to Aisha Hamaria, and the union is blessed with a child. He is trained in Egypt in 2026. Next is Lieutenant J.G. Mohammed, who was born into the family of Major General J. Mohammed retired and late Ajia Mujah Garba Dauran on the 26th of September 1997. He hails from Zuru local government area of Kebbi State. He is a member of 68 Regular Course and was commissioned on the 9th of October 2021 from the prestigious and elite Nigerian Defense Academy. Lieutenant Mohammed is currently serving in 73 Battalion, Maine, and has attended all courses commensurate to his rank. He is single, and at his leisure, he enjoys reading and watching documentaries. Next is Sergeant Bello Njida Williams, who was born to the family of Bello Ali in 1980. He hails from Gombe local government area of Adamawa State. He is a member of 53rd Regular Recruit Intake and deployed to the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps. Currently serving at the Nigerian Army School of Infantry as an instructor at the Airborne Wing. He is trained. He's a trained and experienced jump master and a sky lover. He's happily married and blessed with children. The skydivers are already exited the aircraft, and you can see them coming down any moment from now. We shall witness their landing. Next is Corporal Ibitayo Sunday, who was born into the family of Master Warrant Officer Emmanuel Sunday and Mrs. Ajaria Emmanuel on the 20th of November 1993. He hails from Zango Katab local government area of Kaduna State. He was enlisted into the Nigerian Army on the 20th of August 2012 and was deployed into the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps. He is currently serving in the Nigerian Army School of Infantry as an instructor of Airborne Wing. He is a trained and experienced jump master and a military free-faller. He is happily married to Mrs. Blessing Nyang, and the union is blessed with a child. He is trained in Egypt in 2026. Next is Staff Sergeant Ajayi, who was also trained in 2010 in Israel. He is also a free-faller. I see them. It will interest the reviewing officer and the special guest of honor, talking about His Excellency, to note that all these jumpers are of the Infantry Corps. I know the Commander Infantry Corps, wherever he's sitting down, will be smiling for now. And they are all trained at the Nigerian Army School of Infantry. The commandant is Major General F.S. Etim. Yeah. 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 Because the skydivers are well trained, Your Excellency, looking at the weather that is not clear, but the skydivers are doing everything possible, making sure that they enter the square. That one don't go.
Chers invités, mesdames et messieurs, cours curriculum vitae des parachutistes pour la journée de la célébration 2026. Le commandant Mustafa Ahmed. Le commandant Mustafa Ahmed est né dans la famille de Alhaji Ahmed Abubakar et de Hawa Ahmed le 15 septembre 2041. Il est originaire de la zone de gouvernement local de Dange Shuni, dans l'état de Sokoto. Il est membre de 72 officiers cadets et la promotion de 151 de l'Académie royale militaire, Sandost. Il sert actuellement au dépôt de l'armée nigérienne à Zaria, en qualité d'adjudant de dépôt principal. Il est Jump Master, Custom Master et parachutiste militaire expérimenté. Il est heureusement marié à la princesse Mariam Abdoulaye. Le suivant est le capitaine M.J. Haruna. Le capitaine M.J. Haruna est né le 30 novembre 1986 dans la famille d'Alhaji Haruna Jibrin et de Hajia Rama Haruna, originaire de Sharjah, État de Niger. Il est membre de 66 officiers cadets.
Your Excellency, due to the bad weather, the skydivers had an alternative area to land. They have an alternative area to land due to the bad weather. Don't go. Thank you very much. I'll see you people in 2027. My name is Ambassador MC Big Daddy, saying bye-bye for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The special guest of honor, sir, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the next display is the combat march by the Nigerian Army Women Command. May I invite Lieutenant O.I. Olawi of the Directorate of Army Public Relations to coordinate this segment of the display.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, what we're about to witness shortly is a spectacular combat drill and motorbike display by the gallant female troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command. A display that goes far beyond entertainment. May I now request the guard commander of the female troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command to please march on our guards to the parade ground. Thank you. The Nigerian Army Women Command was formerly known as the Nigerian Army Women Corps, established in March 2018. The Corps was created as a unique and strategic initiative aimed at harnessing the immense potential of female officers and soldiers. This visionary initiative was further strengthened on the 15th of February 2024, when the Corps was designated into a full-fledged command.
Mesdames et messieurs, officiers distingués, ce que nous allons bientôt voir est un spectaculaire exercice de combat et le spectacle de moto réalisé par les vaillantes troupes féminines de commande des femmes de l'armée nigériane. Une démonstration qui va bien au-delà de la du divertissement. C'est une puissante manifestation de professionnalisme, de discipline, de courage et de l'évolution de la capacité opérationnelle des femmes au sein de l'armée nigériane. Avant d'inviter les troupes à commencer cette démonstration impressionnante, puis-je vous vaillamment permission à l'invité d'honneur spécial nous familiariser brièvement avec l'histoire et l'importance du commandement des femmes de l'armée nigériane.
That was why he came to reform India.
These are the gallant troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command, dressed in their full service marching order, proper weapon handling, and now the commander of the guard is marching smartly and gallantly to report the state of our men to the special guest of honor. We can see the flawless alignment in her marching skill. She knows exactly where she belongs as a soldier of the Nigerian Army Women Command.
Yeah, 2006, Nigeria Army Day celebration Women Command Combat Platoon formed up. 3 years start, but the female soldiers are ready. May I have the permission to carry out the combat display? Your Excellency.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous voyez le commandant de la femme de
Captain Zedel Linus has just reported the state of men on parade to the special guest of honor, and she had just been granted permission to carry on with their display. And any moment from now, we shall witness their performance.
Mesdames et messieurs, comme vous voulez le voir, le commandant du parade des femmes a pris la permission chez l'invité d'honneur spécial afin de continuer la parade. Je tiens également à vous annoncer que le commandement de femmes de l'armée nigériane était auparavant connu sous le nom de corps de femmes de l'armée nigériane, établi en mars 2018 par l'ancien chef d'état-major, le lieutenant-général Chukwu Buratai. Le corps a été comme
Sorry. So you will say something about that one when they come. Because you keep that aspect.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Never to leave a fallen comrade. Our victory comes from God.
That was the soldiers' greet delivered by the Nigerian Army Women Command to show their loyalty to the Nigerian Army and their cause for humanity as soldiers of the nation.
The alternative landing is therefore...
Voyons la démonstration de femmes de l'armée nigériane.
And on that command, kneeling down, the soldiers simultaneously adopt the kneeling position while maintaining dressing, while maintaining alignment and weapon control.
Safely at the alternative drop zone, the Air Force Base.
Your Excellency, now the troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command are adopting the arrowhead formation. This is to ensure clear command and control, firepower, and all-round security. Additionally, the special guest of honor, our senior officers up ahead, is a drone called the Blowfish, an asset of the Nigerian Army Space Command. Your Excellency, sir, the Nigerian Army Space Command is commanded by Major General Uji Ugeleka.
Mesdames et messieurs, voyons la démonstration de femmes de l'armée nigériane qui démontrent la capacité à combattre sur le terrain. Et ce corps est dirigé par le général Etim.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, very senior officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. The bikers have now commenced their display. The troops are executing series of coordinated and technically demanding drills, including stand salutes, mounting ride, side squatting, laying on the tank, and freestyling, and all these shall be performed while in motion. Look at the balance. Observe the exceptional coordination. What an incredible control. This is precision riding at its very best.
Mesdames et messieurs, les récits de combat de spectacle de moto que nous allons voir cet après-midi sont connus pour mettre en évidence la compétence professionnelle, le dévouement, la précision, le courage et l'état de préparation opérationnelle de personnel féminin face à des tâches militaires exigeantes. Pour la célébration de la journée de l'armée nigériane 2026, cette démonstration sert également de diplomatie militaire et de diversement montrant l'engagement du Nigeria envers l'excellence, l'unité et la puissance opérationnelle.
Your Excellency, sir, these are no ordinary riders. These are highly trained soldiers of the Nigerian Army Women Command, demonstrating balance, demonstrating courage, demonstrating coordination and absolute confidence even under pressure. They have now adopted the arrowhead formation, which symbolizes their strength, unity, purpose, and unstoppable forward drive, reflecting the Nigerian Army determination to overcome all security challenges.
À présent, les motards commenceront leur démonstration. Les troupes exécuteront une série d'exercices coordonnés et techniquement exigeants, comprenant le salut, la montée en selle, l'accroupissement littéral, l'allongement sur le réservoir et les figures libres, tous exécutés en mouvement.
Your Excellency, the next display is the counter march. The counter march is a drill movement used to reverse the direction of a marching formation while maintaining order and occasion. The troops will demonstrate flexibility, coordination, and effective command and control while also changing their direction.
Counter march! Counter march!
These are the female troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command dressed in their full service marching order with proper weapon control, proper weapon handling, demonstrating strength, demonstrating their discipline, regimentation, and a fraction of their training to protect the national integrity of our dear country, Nigeria.
Mesdames et messieurs, ce que nous voyons maintenant est la démonstration, la contre-marche. C'est un mouvement d'exercice utilisé pour inverser la direction d'une formation en marche tout en promotant l'ordre et de la solennité. Il démontre la flexibilité, la coordination et l'éducation du commandement.
And there goes the command, and instantly the response. Your Excellency, sir, senior officers, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, notice how the entire formation changes direction in one body. No confusion.
Au contre-marche, le commandant de la garde invite le mouvement, tandis que les sous-commandants de garde guident leurs éléments à travers les points pivots. Cette formation exécute des virages et des mouvements coordonnés, finissant par inverser la direction tout en maintenant l'intégrité de la formation et le tempo de marche.
The maneuver highlights precision drill skills, team synchronization, leadership effectiveness, and immediate response to command. And the successful execution of countermarch reflects a high level of training and discipline expected of the female troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command.
Cette manœuvre met en lumière la compétence de précision d'entraînement, la synchronisation de l'équipe, l'efficacité de leadership et la réponse immédiate aux ordres. L'exécution réussie de la contre-marche reflète le haut niveau de formation et la discipline attendue des soldats professionnels.
I'm not talking again.
The final display is bayonet display, bayonet fighting. This serves as a practical means of developing fighting spirit, discipline, confidence, teamwork, and combat effectiveness, while showcasing the professionalism and traditions of the Nigerian Army. Similarly, the Nigerian Army Women Command ensures the combat readiness of female personnel to act of self-defense in the face of adversaries, in line with the use of minimum force, where the adversary can be easily defeated without firing a single shot.
La démonstration suivante est le combat à la baïonnette. Elle sert de moyen pratique pour développer l'esprit de combat, la discipline, la confiance, le travail d'équipe et l'efficacité au combat tout en mettant en valeur le professionnalisme et les traditions de l'armée nigériane. De même, le commandement veille à la préparation au combat du personnel féminin en matière d'art et de l'autodéfense face aux adversaires.
And now, Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, senior officers, the combat fight had begun. The female soldiers are going to combat each other without ammunition, without firing a single shot. Look at the swift counter, the deliberate move. Observe the speed of the attacker and the defender. One of them had pulled out a knife to attack the other. See how she dodged it. And now she's to the ground. A defeat. A winner has emerged. Moving on to the next badge.
De même, le commandement veille à la préparation du combat au personnel féminin en manière d'art de l'autodéfense face aux adversaires.
She has just removed her helmet to defeat her. Oh, she has collected this and she has defeated her with it.
Ainsi, la démonstration de combat rapproché est réalisée par le caporal.
Every block, every strike, every movement is calculated. Oh, who is going to be the winner? Look at the moves. Look at the defense.
Regardez la manière dont les femmes sont courageuses. Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissez pour ces femmes.
Who is going to emerge the winner now? We have a winner. Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, we can see how the female troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command can defeat their enemy without firing a single
shot. L'armée nigériane peut surmonter les combats en face d'attaque.
And this is just a fraction of what the gallant troops of the Nigerian Army Women Command are trained and prepared to accomplish in the service of our great nation. The special guest of honor, senior officers, we have come to the end of the demonstration by the female combat drill and motorbike display. Female officers and soldiers continue to play a vital role in training, ceremonial duties, peace support operations, and combat-related activities within modern armed forces. The Nigerian Army Women Command, believe in yourself. Your Excellencies, our senior officers, the commander of the Nigerian Army Women Command is Brigadier General M.S. Adamo. Thank you, sir.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous vous remercions d'avoir suivi la démonstration uniquement des femmes de l'armée du Nigeria qui sont prêtes à faire face au combat devant l'ennemi.
After their beautiful display, they are now playing compliment to the special guest of honor to round off their performance for today. Thank you, sir.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Please let's appreciate the gallant Nigerian Army Women Command combat platoon as they march off the stage after their beautiful display. Up next is an armed combat display by troops of 4 Special Forces Command, Nigerian Army. May I, at this point, invite Lieutenant Colonel M. Musa to coordinate this segment of the display.
Thank you very much, sir. Your Excellency, senior officers, both serving and retired, our esteemed invited guests, a warm welcome to our armed combat segment of the Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2026 by the 4th Special Forces Command. Advancing with unmatched courage and elite precision is the 4th Special Forces Command, the unconquerable, the Nigerian Army Strategic Force Multiplier, and a symbol of operational excellence. Trained, equipped, and ever ready, this formidable command executes special operations across diverse and complex battle space in defense of Nigerian sovereignty, from counter-terrorism and special reconnaissance to rapid response and high-risk missions. They remain resolute where others hesitate. Their discipline, endurance, and combat effectiveness continue to strengthen the Nigerian Army operational successes. Today, they march through the series of synchronized tactical movements, self-defense techniques, weapon detention drills, and offensive combat action, not merely as a formation, but as a powerful statement of readiness, resilience, and victory. The elite forces is commanded by Major General O.A. Awolo.
Votre Excellence, officier de haute gradée en service et à la retraite, nos distingués invités, bienvenue au segment combat à main nue de la célébration de la journée de l'armée nigérienne 2026, présenté par le 4e commandement des forces spéciales. Avançons avec un courage inégal et une précision d'élite. Le 4e commandement de forces spéciales, l'inconquérable, multiplicateur de forces stratégiques de l'armée nigérienne, est le symbole d'excellence opérationnelle. Formé, équipé et toujours prêt. Ce commandement redoutable exécute des opérations spéciales à travers des aspects de bataille divers et complexes dans la défense de la souveraineté du Nigeria.
The armed combat display team is commanded by Lieutenant M. Tijani and assisted by Sergeant Shoaibu Awal. I am Lieutenant Colonel M. Musa, the Acting Assistant Director, Army Physical Training, Post Special Forces Command, the anchor of this segment. There are 5 gallant female among the participants. They symbolize the premium the Nigerian Army places on gender equality. The female participants are Private Akwama, Prosper, Faith Godwin, Dogini Victory, Dan Juma Razel, and Private Ezibuke Grace. The unarmed combat display team just saluted in their special way by raising their fist at an angle of 160 degrees and shouting war for the enemy of the state.
Les forces élites sont commandées par le général de la division O.A. Awolo, titulaire de l'étoile de service distingué de l'étoile du Niger et des autres distinctions à son actif. L'équipe de démonstration de combat à main nue est commandée par le lieutenant M. Tijani avec le sergent Shoaibu comme le second. Je suis le lieutenant-colonel M. Moussa, directeur adjoint de l'intérim de l'entraînement physique de l'armée, 4e commandant des forces spéciales et l'animateur de ce segment.
Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, please permit me to acquaint you with the various patterns of the display. Starting with the basic stand. Next will be the horse riding position. This will be followed by the basic punch and movement block. Thereafter, the team shall showcase their skills in basic pattern, body pattern, and rifle pattern. Others are plank and block breaking and self-defense against armed attack.
Vos Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, permettez-moi de vous présenter les différents enchaînements de la démonstration. On commencera par la position de base, suivie de la position à cheval. Ensuite, viendront le coupe de points de base et le blocage en mouvement. Par la suite, l'équipe présentera ses compétences dans l'enchaînement de base, l'enchaînement au bâton, l'enchaînement au fusil. S'ajoute la casse de planche et de bloc, ainsi que l'autodéfense contre une attaque armée.
Starting with the basic stand. Now the horse riding stand, which gives the participant the needed balance, strength, and stamina to deliver the block, punch in a close quarter battle.
Mesdames et Messieurs, Vos Excellences, maintenant c'est la position à cheval qui donne aux participants l'équilibre, la force et l'endurance nécessaires pour porter et parer de coups en combat reproché. Le combat à main nue consiste à suivre un combat reprochés en transformant différentes parties du corps en armes contre les agresseurs.
Unarmed combat is about survival in the close quarter fight by combating the various body parts to weapons against the aggressors.
L'enchaînement de base est un mouvement synchronisé par des parties du cœur, en particulier des mains, dans diverses directions, illustrant un haut niveau d'entraînement, de coordination, d'esprit d'équipe et de vigilance mentale du personnel de l'armée nigérienne.
Basic pattern is the synchronized movement of the body parts, especially the hands in the various directions, portraying the high level of training, coordination, teamwork, and mental alertness of the personnel of the Nigerian Army.
La caisse de planche et de bloc est un enchaînement de kits démontré l'enchaînement, l'agressivité, l'endurance, la force des bras, la robustesse générale et l'esprit de ne jamais abandonner de l'armée nigérienne.
Now is plank and block breaking. The pattern that demonstrates and showcases the doggedness, aggressiveness, stamina, strength, arm strength, general toughness, and never give up spirit of the Nigerian Army.
L'autodéfense, la caisse de planches et de blocs est un enchaînement qui démonstrait l'enchaînement, l'agressivité, l'endurance, les forces des bras générales et l'esprit de ne pas abandonner de l'armée nigérienne.
This demonstrates doggedness, aggressiveness, stamina, arm strength, general toughness, and never give up spirit of the Nigerian Army personnel. It seems difficult. I have gathered momentum. Can he do it? Next will be the self-defense against attack. Probably Dogini victory was attacked by terrorists with a knife. Being an on-combat expertise, she was able to disarm him, seize the weapon and use it to her advantage.
Let her convert it to...
L'autodéfense, la soldate Dogini Victory est attaquée par un terroriste armé d'un couteau. Ayant des connaissances de base en combat à main nue, elle bloque avec succès l'attaque, déshabille l'agresseur et retourne le couteau à son avantage.
Private Latif and Private Ezekiel demonstrate punch and kick defense counter-attack techniques.
Le soldat Abdelatif et le soldat Ezekiel vont maintenant démontrer des techniques de défense contre les coups de poing et de pied ainsi que des contre-attaques. Applaudissez-les s'il vous plaît. Yeah. Les soldats Abdelatif et les soldats Ezekiel vont maintenant démontrer des techniques de défense contre les coups de poing et de pied ainsi que des contre-attaques.
That's an excellent display on armed combat skills. Bureau. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually coming to an end of armed combat display.
Votre Excellence, les menaces ayant été neutralisées par l'équipe de combat à main nue du 4e commandement des forces spéciales et l'équipe ayant retiré.
Your Excellency, with the danger neutralized by the Post Special Forces Command on Armed Combat Team, the team will echo, we are the few, the proud, the unconquerable, and we remain dangerous than danger. The elite forces is commanded by Major General O.A. Awolo.
Vos Excellences, les forces d'élite sont commandées par le général de la division O.A. Awolo. Merci. This one is long.
Distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, please let's appreciate the unarmed combat display by the 4th Special Forces Command of the Nigerian Army. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Up next is display by Nigerian Army Aviation on insertion and extraction drill. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, in a few moments, we shall witness a dynamic special forces demonstration supported by Nigerian Army Aviation. This display will showcase precision, speed, coordination, and the effective integration of air and ground forces in a simulated counter-terrorism operation. The scenario is based on a confirmed intelligence report indicating the movement of a high-value target in a vehicle conveying terrorists intending to plant improvised explosive devices. In response, 2 Bell UH-IH Huey helicopters have been tasked to conduct a rapid assault and interception mission. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we shall observe as both aircrafts approach the target area simultaneously. The helicopters will coordinate simulated fire on the target vehicle, applying pressure until the vehicle is immobilized and the threat is contained. Once the target vehicle is halted, the Special Forces team will disembark from the helicopters and advance tactically towards the objective, while the assault team will move in to secure the high-value targets. Others members of the team will provide all-round protection, ensuring that the area is covered from every possible direction. The assault team will scan the vehicle. The high-value target will be identified, apprehended, and secured. He will be tactically moved to the aircraft for what may be described in lighter terms as a free ride or free accommodation for further action by the appropriate authorities. Distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment, the Nigerian Army Aviation platform, the helicopters are now approaching
Mesdames et messieurs, nous assistons maintenant à une démonstration dynamique des forces spéciales appuyées par l'aviation de l'armée nigériane. Mesdames et messieurs, Officiers distingués, mesdames et messieurs, nous assistons à une démonstration dynamique des forces spéciales appuyées sur l'aviation de l'armée nigériane. Cette présentation met en lumière la précision, la rapidité, la coordination ainsi que l'intégration efficace des forces aériennes et terrestres dans une opération simulée de lutte contre le terrorisme. Le scénario est basé sur un rapport de renseignement confirmé indiquant le déplacement d'une cible à haute valeur dans un véhicule. En réponse, 2 hélicoptères ont été chargés de mener une mission d'assaut rapide et d'interception.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, that was insertion and extraction drill by the Nigerian Army Aviation. During the operation, we saw a member of the Special Forces team sustain a simulated injury. We also observed the swift casualty evacuation drill. The rescue element moved rapidly to the helicopter and retrieved a stretcher, while others maintained protective cover around the casualty and the evacuation route. The injured soldier was carried back to the a rescue team moved rapidly to the helicopters and retrieved a stretcher, while the troops maintained protective cover around the casualty and the evacuation route. The injured soldier was carried back to the aircraft under protection. This demonstrated Nigerian Army's commitment not only to mission success, but also to the rapid recovery and evacuation of its personnel during operation. With the high-value target secured and the injured soldier successfully evacuated, both aircraft lifted from the objective area and departed the scene. The mission was completed with speed, coordination, and professionalism. And this demonstration further highlights the importance of Army aviation in supporting Special Forces operation, especially in rapid insertion, target interception, fire support, casualty evacuation, and tactical extraction. Once again, please let's join me in appreciating the pilots, the air crew, and the Nigerian Army Special Forces personnel for their courageous skill, discipline, and professionalism as they perform the break formation. Distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, the aircraft will now reposition for a flight pass, adopting Hawk-Eye formation, as to salute the special guests of honor and esteemed guests as they conclude this impressive display. The coordinator of Nigerian Army Aviation is Brigadier General A.A. Ibrahim.
Mesdames et messieurs, officiers distingués, ce fut l'exercice d'insertion et d'extraction par l'aviation de l'armée nigériane. Lors de l'opération, un membre de l'équipe des forces spéciales a subi une blessure simulée. Nous avons pu observer l'exercice rapide d'évacuation des blessés. Un élément de secours s'est déplacé rapidement vers l'hélicoptère et a récupéré une civière, tandis que d'autres soldats maintenant une couverture protectrice autour des blessés et de la voie d'évacuation.
Distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, at the moment, the aircraft are paying distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed a while ago is the Nigerian aircraft, the helicopters, just observed flying past, adopting Hawk-Eye formation, and paying salutes to the special guests of honor and esteemed guests as they conclude this their impressive display.
Mesdames et messieurs, cette démonstration souligne l'importance de l'aviation de l'armée nigérienne dans le soutien aux opérations de forces spéciales, notamment lors des inspections rapides, de l'interception des cibles, de l'appui, feu et de l'évacuation des blessés et des extractions tactiques. Veuillez me rejoindre.
The special guest of honor, the special guest of honor, sir, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. With that impressive display by the Nigerian Army Aviation, any moment from now, we shall witness the helicopter coming to have a safe landing for the coordinator, Nigerian Army Aviation, Brigadier General A.A. Ibrahim, having supervised the successful insertion and extraction drill as we just witnessed a while ago. As we await the file pass by the Nigerian Army Aviation, may I request the band for a light musical interlude. The band, please.
Votre Excellence, Mesdames et Messieurs, en attendant la démonstration suivante, nous appelons le groupe musical de nous entretenir.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mazban, for that scintillating musical interlude. The special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. At the moment, is the Nigerian Army helicopter flying Nigerian Army helicopter 010 just that is the coordinator, Nigerian Army Aviation, Brigadier General A.A. Ibrahim, just successfully landed after successfully supervising and coordinating the insertion and extraction drill we witnessed a while ago.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous venez d'observer l'atterrissage réussi par le général chargé de l'aviation pour montrer la rapidité et la efficace des soldats militaires.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. With that, the next item on the program is physical training display by troops of the Directorate of Army Physical Training. May I at this point invite Lieutenant A.S. Oga to coordinate the proceedings.
Thank you very much, sir. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, senior officers, both serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. You are about to watch physical training display by the personnel of the Directorate of Army Physical Training. I am Lieutenant A.S. Oga, the anchor for this physical training display. DAPT, the center stage is all yours. This physical training display is being led by Lieutenant D. Okebule. He will be assisted by Master Warrant Officer Babangida Azarema, while the pacer is Warrant Officer Benjamin Bakano.
Mesdames et messieurs, Son Excellence, nous allons maintenant passer à la démonstration des gymnastiques qui montrent le physique et la rapidité des soldats militaires, qui montrent également leur capacité de défendre la nation avec le physique.
The physical training display is grouped into 3 segments. The first segment is the group activities. It will be followed by the groundwork and finally the horsework.
Cette démonstration se déroulera en 3 parties que vous allez observer très bientôt.
The soldiers have successfully laid down their apparatus, jogging out to take their position to begin the physical training display.
Comme vous le voyez, Son Excellence, mesdames et messieurs, les soldats courent pour prendre les positions afin de venir démontrer ce qu'ils ont appris pendant le moment de stage.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the soldiers are jogging in with high knees, hands on their hips, demonstrating the energy, alertness, and physical fitness expected of a Nigerian soldier.
Mesdames et messieurs, comme vous le voyez, les soldats courent les mains aux reins pour montrer l'agilité et la capacité pour défendre la nation.
That is the leader of the physical training display, Lieutenant D. Okebule. He jogged forward to take permission from His Excellency.
Comme vous le voyez, l'officier s'approche afin de prendre la permission afin de commencer leur prestation.
Permission has graciously been granted for the Directorate of Army Physical Training to begin their display.
L'ordre a été reçu et maintenant il va commencer la démonstration.
The instructors are jogging into their display formations. At the center of the group activity, we have the 21-man pyramid. The pyramid is one of the oldest military symbols of strength, stability, endurance, and unity.
Comme vous le voyez au centre, nous avons une pyramide pour démontrer la force et l'agilité des soldats.
This remarkable structure requires absolute trust, teamwork, courage, balance, and physical conditioning from every participant.
Cela démontre le travail en unisson pour montrer la force de l'équipe.
Flanking the pyramid are 2 merry-go-rounds, diamond rolls, And at the edges of the group activity, we have the 7-man build-up.
Mesdames et messieurs, comme vous le voyez, voici la démonstration effective de l'équipe de la formation physique du Nigeria qui montre l'agilité et la capacité de défendre la nation avec leur physique.
These exercises highlight the adaptability and resilience required of a modern soldier in the face of operational challenges.
Cette agilité est requise pour le soldat de notre ère.
With that sound of the band, we've come to the end of this phase of the physical training display. We are now moving into the next phase, which is the groundwork.
Nous passons à la deuxième phase de cette démonstration physique.
The first exercise on the groundwork is the twin forward roll. This exercise enables the instructors to warm up and have a feel of the mat. That is the twin forward roll by the soldiers to enable them warm up.
Les sons que vous entendez sont les sons pour avertir les soldats.
Next exercise is the fall to prone. The fall to prone is a tactical technique used in the military to quickly move from standing position to a prone position, providing cover and concealment. They move to shoot through, followed by the backward roll. And lastly is the synchronized handspring and backflip.
Regardez l'agilité de ces soldats bien formés et qui font des succès de façon incroyable.
Next exercise is the individual display of agility, flexibility, and mental alertness.
L'exercice suivant, on va parler de la position mentale de soldat.
The first exercise is the twin front somersault. This exercise exhibits body coordination, speed, strength, flexibility, and dexterity.
Leading this exercise met en relief le sursaut avec de l'agilité impeccable.
That is Lieutenant D. Okegule, the team leader of this physical training display.
Voilà la démonstration du leader de l'équipe, Lieutenant Thibault.
That is a twin double backflip. This is a display of fearlessness, teamwork, body coordination, and flexibility.
Cela nous démontre le travail en équipe des soldats.
Next exercise is a quadruped forehead spring. This is a synchronized display of strength, agility, flexibility, and teamwork by the soldiers. Leading this exercise is a female soldier, Private Otta Gift. She is followed by another female soldier, Last Corporal Precious Tebri.
Comme vous le voyez, l'exercice est dirigé par une femme, une soldate féminine, pour montrer ce que l'homme peut faire. La femme aussi peut le faire mieux.
The next exercise is the dive and roll over obstacle.
L'exercice suivant nous parlera de trajet de l'obstacle. La traversée de l'obstacle.
This exercise is a technique used to jump over minor obstacles.
Cet exercice a pour objectif de surmonter les obstacles de façon sans...
The more they jump, the more the obstacle keep increasing.
Vous voyez l'agilité et la flexibilité du soldat à traverser les obstacles sans fournir plus d'efforts.
These soldiers are determined that no barrier can hinder them from performing their role.
Alors, comme vous le voyez, ces soldats sont déterminés pour montrer qu'ils peuvent traverser toute barrière sans des armes.
The last exercise on the groundwork is the magnificent 7-count display by Private Usman Hashimu.
L'exercice prochain est dirigé par le simple soldat Ousmane Bachir. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir pour l'agilité du soldat, démontrant sa capacité.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, we are moving to the next phase of the physical training display, which is the horse walk. The first exercise is the horizontal astride vault.
Mesdames et messieurs, nous passons à l'exercice suivant qui est le saut à long, qui démontre l'agilité et la flexibilité du corps par les soldats de l'armée nigériane.
The next exercise is the hollow bend back. The soldiers strike the springboard, gain height, and have minimal contact with the horse and flip over. That is Private Miracle, a female soldier. What a man can do.
La soldate féminine qui démontre aussi ce que l'homme fait, la femme aussi peut le faire le mieux. Une autre soldat féminine. Regardez, mesdames et messieurs.
These exercises are coming with a warning. Please don't try it at home.
Attention, ne faites pas cela chez vous à la maison. C'est très dangereux.
The next exercise is the long hand drop. This exercise demonstrates arms and shoulder strength and body control.
Cet exercice démontre la virilité et l'agilité du soldat en contrôlant son corps tout entier.
The beauty of this exercise is how long the soldier can delay on the high horse.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous voyez l'endurance des soldats face aux obstacles et la capacité de franchir les obstacles sans armes.
Corporal Emmanuel Joseph on the high horse, displaying flexibility, agility, and body control.
Regardez le caporal Emmanuel qui démontre sa fragilité et sa capacité.
Next exercise is diver roll and the bend back lift.
Mesdames et messieurs, voyez la flexibilité des soldats nigérians à surmonter les obstacles.
The next exercise is the scissors.
L'exercice suivant est appelé ciseau, le ciseau.
Next exercise is the tip lift. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are gradually coming to the end of this physical training display.
Mesdames et Messieurs, Son Excellence, nous tirons vers la fin de la démonstration de l'équipe physique, de l'entraînement physique de l'armée de Nigeria. Regardez comme les soldats sont très très agiles et qui ont la flexibilité de démonter l'obstacle à tout niveau sans porter les armes.
Next exercise is the front somersault. Private Ottergift approaching the horse. She strikes the springboard.
Mesdames et messieurs, applaudissez pour les soldats nigérians. S'il vous plaît, ne faites pas cela chez vous à la maison.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished invited guests, the last exercise on this high horse is the diver roll through the loop of fire and over the loop of fire.
Mesdames et messieurs, le dernier exercice est la traversée du feu par l'équipe de l'entraînement physique de l'armée du Nigeria.
Leading this exercise is Lieutenant S.S. Oga. He is followed by Lieutenant E. David and Corporal Husseini Hassan.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous voyez la traversée du feu par les soldats militaires qui traversent le feu sans être brûlés. Oh là là.
That is Lieutenant E. David, a female officer.
C'était une femme militaire qui venait de montrer sa capacité de traverser le feu sans être brûlée.
Next is diver roll over the loop of fire. And that is Corporal Samaila Madela going over.
Mesdames et messieurs, regardez la traversée du feu au-dessus du feu.
Last person is Private Omale Emmanuel. Your Excellency, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the next exercise is the dive and roll through the 3-in-1 ring of fire. This is an indication that even fire cannot be a barrier to a Nigerian army soldier.
Mesdames et messieurs, vous voyez, comme vous le voyez, cela démontre que même le feu ne peut arrêter l'armée nigériane à accomplir sa mission. Voyez la traversée du feu des soldats par les soldats militaires. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir ces soldats.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, senior officers both serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the last exercise for the physical training display is the dive and roll over the vehicle.
Le dernier exercice que nous allons expérimenter est la traversée, le sursaut de véhicule.
Leading this exercise is Corporal Kingsley Tobore. He gathers momentum. He approaches the vehicle. Can he go through? He strikes the springboard. And over he goes.
Mesdames, Messieurs, regardez
Corporal Hassan Yakubu.
La flexibilité du soldat à traverser un véhicule sans montrer trop de force. Alors, ce soldat traverse le véhicule sans difficulté. Mesdames et messieurs, veuillez applaudir ce soldat, s'il vous plaît.
The last person is Corporal Samaila Madela. He is holding the flag of the Nigerian Army and that of the Directorate of Army Physical Training, indicating that we've come to the end of the physical training display for Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2026.
Nous passons maintenant à la dernière phase de la prestation de l'équipe de l'entraînement physique de l'armée du Nigeria. Mesdames et messieurs, voilà l'agilité du soldat à démontrer sa capacité de traverser les obstacles sans fournir assez d'efforts.
The Director of Physical Training Army is Brigadier General M.S. Osman. Thank you very much.
De l'équipe de la formation physique est le général de brigade E.E. Ousmane. Je vous remercie, mesdames et messieurs.
The special guest of honor, sir, with that display by troops of the Directorate of Army Physical Training. Up next is the Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police K9 Military Working Dogs display. May I invite Lieutenant Engine Weibo to coordinate the display.
Thank you very much, sir. The special guest of honor, very senior officers here serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, you are about to witness the Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police Military Working Dogs display. I am Lieutenant Engine Weibo, the anchor for this display. The employment of military working dogs in the Nigerian Army dates back to the 1970s. At the time, the unique capabilities of dogs were leveraged by the military police K9 units for policing, patrol, and security roles in the support of military operations. However, the K9 unit became moribund following the death of its military working dogs and the retirement of their handlers from service. Subsequently, the recurring cases of suicide bombing and the use of improvised explosive device by Boko Haram terrorists necessitated the re-establishment of military police K9 units in 2010 to address the security challenges. Essentially, the military police K9 unit, since its establishment in 2010, exploits the advantages offered by military working dogs as effective force multipliers in the support of the Nigerian Army in counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency operations. Currently, military police K9 units are deployed in various theaters of operations to perform specialized roles such as improvised explosive device, detection of narcotics, cordon and search, and clearance operations.
Vos Excellences, les invités distingués, Messieurs et Mesdames, ce que nous allons voir maintenant, c'est la démonstration des policiers militaires de l'armée nigérienne. L'emploi de chiens militaires de travail au sein de l'armée nigérienne remonte aux années 1970. À cette époque, les capacités exceptionnelles de ces chiens étaient mises à profit par l'unité cynophile de la police militaire pour les missions de police, de patrouille et de sécurité en appui aux opérations militaires. Toutefois, cette unité est progressivement tombée en sommeil à la suite du décès de ces chiens militaires ainsi qu'au départ à la retraite de leur maître chien. Par la suite, la recrudescence des attentats suicides de l'utilisation d'engins explosifs improvisés par le groupe terroriste Boko Haram ont rendu indispensable la réactivation de l'unité cynophile de la police militaire en 2010 afin de répondre à ces nouvelles menaces sécuritaires. Depuis sa remise en service, cette unité exploite efficacement les aptitudes de chiens militaires comme multiplicateurs de force dans les opérations de lutte contre le terrorisme et de contre-insurrection.
The handlers and military walking dogs carrying out this display are Staff Sergeant Felix Ibekwe, Staff Sergeant Zberu Abdullahi and military walking dog Puki, Staff Sergeant Garuba Nasiru and military walking dog Dobi, Sergeant Awesu Mohammed and military walking dog Sito, Corporal Muritala Rofiat and military walking dog Chico, Corporal Lawson Ayoride and military walking dog Rover. The first display is the obedience performance. Obedience is the introductory aspect of training for military walking dogs. The purpose of this training is to create bond between the handlers and the military walking dogs. There are 6 basic types of obedience, namely heel, sit, down, up, stay, and come. These various commands will be displayed by their handlers and the military walking dogs. The sit command, the down command, the up command, and the come command. The sit command, the down command, the up command, and the come command. The special guest of honor, sir. The stay command is given after each command. This is to ensure that the dog remains at the spot where the handlers want it to be.
La démonstration à laquelle vous assistez mettra en évidence la discipline ainsi que les capacités opérationnelles des chiens militaires et de leurs maîtres chiens. Elle comprendra une démonstration d'obéissance, une démonstration de détection des explosifs,
the up command and the come command. This brings us to the end of the obedience display. The next display will demonstrate the explosive detection by military walking dogs. Military walking dogs are trained to use their natural and strong sense of smell to perceive, recognize, and identify the presence of explosive or an explosive substance as the case may be. Some of the explosive substances military walking dogs are trained to detect include royal demolition explosive, smokeless powder, black powder, and nitrates. It is worthy to note that dogs trained on these substances are capable of detecting any form of improvised explosive device. Sir, presented before you are 4 bags with a nitrate powder planted in one. Nitrate powder is an essential substance for making explosives and gunpowder. The military walking dog is expected to identify the bag with the substance. Upon identification, the military walking dog indicates by sitting by the spot where the find was made, or it remains at a standing position. This training forms part of the basic aspect of explosive detection training before the dogs are exposed to other target areas.
La deuxième démonstration porte sur la détection d'explosifs. Grâce à leur odorat exceptionnel, les chiens militaires sont capables de détecter, reconnaître et localiser la présence d'explosifs ou de substances explosives.
Special guest of honor, sir. The bag is being moved from a point to another. This is to depict real-life scenarios where bags are moved from point A to point B. Here we have Corporal Lawson Ayorinde, a military walking dog Rover, approaching to make its find.
Les chiens spécialement dressés sur ces substances sont capables de détecter tout type d'engin explosif improvisé. Mesdames et messieurs, 4 sacs sont disposés devant vous, dont un seul contient de nitrite.
The military walking dog sits at that spot to indicate the presence of the nitrate powder in that bag. And once again, the bag is being switched. Here we have Staff Sergeant Garuba Nasiru and military walking dog Dobi approaching. The dog is being asked to sit. This is to ensure it's in a calm position before it is sent to make its find. The dog scanning through remains at that spot, which indicates the presence of the nitrate powder in that bag. The Special Guest of Honor, sir, in the hand of the soldier is the nitrate powder which was planted in that bag. The next display will demonstrate tactical advance and apprehension of suspects by military walking dogs and their handlers. This drill is designed to showcase the operational capability of military walking dogs during combat support operations. In this scenario, 2 handlers will advance tactically with their military walking dogs towards a designated area of responsibility. During the movement, the handlers and their military walking dogs will demonstrate obedience, control, and tactical communication while approaching an objective. Upon identifying a hostile threat within the area, a military walking dog will be commanded to carry out a controlled attack on the suspect. The dogs are trained to swiftly engage and subdue hostile or fleeing suspects while remaining under effective control of their handlers.
La troisième démonstration illustrera une progression tactique suivie de l'interpellation d'un suspect. Cette présentation vise à démontrer les capacités opérationnelles des équipes cynophiles lors d'opérations d'appui au combat. Les maîtres chiens progresseront tactiquement avec leurs chiens vers une zone d'intervention indéterminée.
Here we have the handlers who tactically advance, leaving their military walking dogs behind, after which the dogs are called to the handlers. This shows obedience in the military walking dogs. Once again, they are asked to remain behind, while the handlers tactically advance. And on reaching there, the dogs advances towards the handlers again.
Au cours de cette progression, ils démontreront l'obéissance, le contrôle permanent du chien, les communications tactiques. Lorsqu'une menace hostile sera identifiée, le maître chien ordonnera à un chien militaire de neutraliser le suspect.
The handlers clearing their spots while they continue to advance. Staff Sergeant Beru returns to give covering fire to the rear, while Corporal Muritara Rofiat, a military walking dog handler, a female handler who doubles as an explosive detection handler and a combat handler, pins down while observing the area of responsibility. Here we have a supposed suspect approaching towards that area without being aware of the presence of the K9 team.
Les chiens sont entraînés à maîtriser efficacement les individus hostiles ou enfouis, tout en restant constamment sous le contrôle de leur conducteur.
On spotting the K9 team out of shock, he tries to run while the dog is sent to bring him down. Special Guest of Honor, sir, the military walking dogs are trained to use minimum force to ensure suspects are brought down before they are handed over. Here we have 2 armed soldiers trying to recover the criminal while the K9 team continues their advance. The final display is a military walking dog agility performance. The agility performance involves running, jumping, and climbing through various apparatus. This helps to build the confidence and physical fitness of military walking dogs. Sir, there are 3 sets of agility apparatus. At the start point is the A-frame, followed by 3 adjustable clear jumps and a fire ring. The military walking dog shall be made to maneuver through these apparatuses within a short period of time.
La dernière démonstration est consacrée au parcours d'agilité. Cet exercice comprend la course, les sauts le franchissement de différents obstacles. Il permet de développer la confiance, la condition physique et les aptitudes opérationnelles de chiens militaires. Mesdames et messieurs, le parcours comprend 3 séries d'obstacles.
Here the military walking dog goes through the A-frame and then to the adjustable clear jumps and finally through the firing. Here we have military walking dog Dobby charging through the obstacle. And again, military walking dog Pookie. He makes his way to the A-frame and through the adjustable clear jumps. And finally, he charges through the firing. This brings us to the end of the K9 display. This beautiful display you just witnessed was organized by the Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police, and it is commanded by the Provost Marshal Army, Major General M.O. Erebulu. Thank you for your time.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Up next is file pass and combat equipment display. It is a record that the Nigerian Army recently has witnessed exceptional positive changes in the moral and physical component of the force. It is also important to re-emphasize that the Nigerian Army has recorded tremendous stride in the recent times given the quantum of combat and logistic equipment that had been injected into the various theaters of operation, which evidently turned the tide over against the complex array of the threat bedeviling our great nation. Once again, please do sit back and enjoy the view of some of these equipment. The first equipment, or rather call for the display, is the Nigerian Army Infantry Corps. The Nigerian Army Infantry Corps Center is the premier combat corps of the Nigerian Army, responsible for training, equipping, and preparing infantry troops for land operations. The corps is equipped with a range of modern weapons, vehicles, and equipment to effectively execute its operational tasks. On file pass today are the CSK-131 EQ series armor personnel carrier, manufactured in China, and the Legion Mine-Resistant Ambush Protected Vehicle MRAP, manufactured in Czech Republic. Both platforms were inducted into Nigerian Army inventory in year 2021 and are designed to provide enhanced protection, mobility, and firepower while safely transporting troops in combat environment. The Commander Infantry Corps is Major General G.M. Mutkut. Followed closely is the Amphibious Training School. The Amphibious Training School is the Nigerian Army Center of Excellence for Amphibious and Riverine Warfare Training. As an autonomous arm of the Infantry Corps, it trains personnel of the Nigerian Army and sister services, enhancing operational effectiveness in riverine environment across the country.
Votre Excellence, chef d'état-major général, invités distingués, officiers supérieurs, mesdames et messieurs, la prochaine séquence est la présentation de matériel de combat. Il est reconnu que l'armée nigérienne a récemment connu des changements positifs remarquables, tant sur le plan moral que physique. Il est important de souligner que l'armée a réalisé des progrès considérables ces derniers temps, compte tenu de volumes importants de matériel de combat et logistique injectés dans divers théâtres d'opération, ce qui a manifestement permis de renverser la tendance face à la complexité des menaces qui affectent notre grande nation. Veuillez vous installer confortablement pour observer certains de ces équipements. Merci.
Leading the file pass in the schools is the school's mascot, the crocodile, symbolizing the ability to operate effectively on both land and water. Also on display are the fast patrol craft boats and the skilled boat operators, followed by the Marine Special Forces, marine engineers, divers, and combat swimmers. These highly trained specialists are equipped to conduct riverine patrols, reconnaissance, underwater engineering, search and recovery, demolition, and amphibious combat operation. The Amphibious Training School is commanded by Brigadier General M.I. Amasu.
Next, after the Amphibious Training School is the Nigerian Army Armor Corps. The Nigerian Army Armor Corps is the Army's second combat arm, providing decisive firepower, mobility, and protection in support of infantry operations since its establishment in 1985. The Corps has continued to modernize its capabilities to meet evolving operational demands. One of the vehicles on fire pass today is the Self-Tank 1, T1, an 8x8 fire support vehicle inducted in 2020 and armed with a powerful 105mm main gun. Followed closely is Shaggy ERC, a highly mobile French-built recognized vehicle equipped with a 90mm cannon for long-range combat operations. The Nigerian Army Corps has made remarkable contributions to operational successes both within Nigeria and on international peace support. The Corps is commanded by Major General U.B. Abubakar.
The Nigerian Army Corps of Artillery is the foremost combat support arm providing accurate and decisive fire support to land operation. On file pass today is the RM-70 multi-barrel rocket launcher and SH-2 self-propelled howitzer. The Nigerian Army Corps of Artillery is commanded by Major General J.O. Ademo.
Le premier ici, c'est le corps de l'infanterie avec leurs véhicules. Et après ça, nous avons l'école d'amphibie. Et après ça,
After the artillery corps is the Nigerian Army Engineers, popularly known as are the Army Combat Support Arms responsible for ensuring mobility, counter-mobility, stability, and engineering support in battle, peace, and wartime. The Nigerian Army Corps of Engineers is commanded by Major General S.T. Shafar.
Closely followed is the Nigerian Army Signals. The Nigerian Army Signal is the combat support arm responsible for providing secure, reliable, and modern communication that enable effective command and control during both and peace, as well as both peace and military operation. On file pass today are 6 key communication elements: the radio operators carrying manpad, radio for fitted, dismounted infantry operation, motorcycle-mounted radio operators providing communication in the difficult terrains, high-frequency and very high-frequency vehicular fitted for radio and surveillance vehicle that ensure operational communication. The Nigerian Army Corps Signal is commanded by Major General M.T. Abdullahi.
Up next is the Nigerian Army Space Command. The Nigerian Army Space Command enhances military operations through advanced unmanned aerial systems that provide intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance, and precision strike capabilities across various theaters of operations. On fire pass today is the H-6 Poseidon unmanned area vehicle deployed at brigade level for surveillance and strike missions. Also in the Nigerian Army inventory are the Bullfish drone for battalion level operations, the TB2 drone are for theater level precision strikes. Recently, Nigerian Army has acquired Akinchi drone for strategic operations. The deployment of this platform is only authorized by the Chief of Army Staff. Flying for today's fly pass is the Bullfish drone. The Nigerian Army Space Command is commanded by Major General U.G. Ogeleka.
Next is the Nigerian Army Intelligence Corps. The Nigerian Army Intelligence Corps is the Army 4th Combat Support Arm, responsible for providing timely, proactive, and actionable intelligence in support of military operations, guided by its own motto, action through knowledge. The Corps remains a vital force multiplier in enhancing operational success. On 5 parts today are the Corps surveillance and tracking team, the IMS Eye-Catcher vehicle, a mobile operations room, and an all-electrical vertical takeoff and landing surveillance drone, and a tactical surveillance countermeasure team. These specialized assets enable intelligence guarding, target tracking, real-time battlefield awareness, and detection of hidden surveillance devices, thereby strengthening operational security and decision-making. Nigerian Army Intelligence Corps is commanded by Major General R.E. Idemai.
The special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Approaching now is the Nigerian Army Corps of Supply and Transport. The Nigerian Army Corps of Supply and Transport is the Army's foremost logistics corps, distinguished by its blue and yellow color, guided by its motto, service day and night. The Corps provide vital logistics support through the movement of troops and equipment, supply of fuel and rations, catering services, and firefighting. Leading the contingent is a Mercedes-Benz firefighting truck with its fully equipped fire crew, demonstrating the Corps' fire prevention and emergency response capability. Following is the fuel bowser from the ST Energy, capable of supplying petroleum oil and lubricant in support of Nigerian Army operation. Next in the file pass is the mobile field kitchen, showcasing its capability to provide nutritious meal for up to 250 personnel per hour in both peace and combat operation. Following the field kitchen is a fuel dispensing platform featuring pumps for premium motor spirit, automotive gas oil, and compressed natural gas, highlighting the Corps' commitment to modern and environmentally friendly fuel station. Bringing up the rear is a troop-carrying vehicle with combat cooks equipped for transporting personnel and sustaining troops during operation across all terrain. The Nigerian Army Corps of Supply and Transport remains the backbone of the Army's logistics system, ensuring operational success through efficient and uninterrupted support. The Nigerian Army Corps of Supply and Transport is commanded by Major General N.D. Shagaya.
Up next is the Nigerian Army Medical Corps. The Nigerian Army Medical Corps provides comprehensive health care to personnel of the Nigerian Army and Armed Forces of Nigeria, their families, and other designated beneficiaries in both peace and wartime. The Corps also plays a vital role in ensuring that only medically and mentally fit candidates are recruited into the Nigerian Army. The 5 parts today is a demonstration of the Army's medical screening process for recruits, including physical assessments, vital sign checks, dental and eye examinations, electrocardiogram, laboratory investigations, chest x-ray, and psychological evaluations. The Nigerian Army Medical Corps is commanded by Brigadier General I.A. Ewuchola.
Your Excellency, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, following on the file pass is the Nigerian Army Ordnance Corps. The Nigerian Army Ordnance Corps is one of the Nigerian Army's combat support service and the backbone of its logistics system. The Corps is responsible for the receipt, storage, maintenance, and distribution of military stores, arms, ammunition, specialist engineering equipment, and medical supplies in support of operations. The Corps delivers these services through specialized establishments nationwide. Nigerian Army Ordnance Corps also provides specialized ordnance training at Nigerian Army Ordnance School, Ekpe, Lagos State. The school's research and development wing is developing indigenous defense technologies, including prototypes of unmanned marine vehicle, rocket artillery system, and loitering drones to enhance the Nigerian Army's operation capability and self-reliance. The Corps is currently commanded by Major General A.G. Ibrahim.
Next after the Ordnance Corps is the Nigerian Army Corps of Electrical Mechanical Engineers. The Nigerian Army Corps of Electrical Mechanical Engineers is the Army's technical backbone, responsible for the maintenance, repair, recovery, modification, and engineering support of military vehicles and equipment, ensuring operational readiness across all theaters. On 5 parts today are the heavy recovery vehicle, light recovery vehicle, and the mobile workshop vehicle. This specialized platform enables the recovery of damaged equipment, rapid field repairs, and technical maintenance, ensuring that operational assets remain mobile and mission ready. The core also enhances self-reliance through research, development, and the rebuilding of equipment using reverse engineering. The Nigerian Army Electrical and Mechanical Engineers Corps is commanded by Major General A.A. Aderoti.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. Next on the file for us is the Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police. The Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police is the Army's professional policing arm responsible for crime detection, investigation, prevention, discipline, and handling of suspects to ensure a well-regimented force. It also provides protection for very important personalities and support operations across the Nigerian Army. On file pass today are the Nigerian Army Military Police Riders who provide traffic control, reconnaissance, patrol, escort, and ceremonial duties. The smartly dressed military police orderlies on file pass today are the military police riders who provide traffic control, reconnaissance, patrol, escort, and ceremonial duties. Followed closely is the smartly dressed military police orderlies, known for discipline and protocol support. Behind the military police orderlies are the K9 team, which enhances search, patrol, and security operation. Followed closely is the close protection team and crowd control team. Both are trained for very important personality security and public order. The mobile forensic van and detention vehicles, which support investigation and safe suspect movement, and the forensic crime scene reconstruction display trucks, showcasing the Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police scientific approach to modern investigation. The Nigerian Army Corps of Military Police, commanded by Major General M.O. Erebulu.
Approaching now is the Nigerian Army Education Corps, the service support corps responsible for developing the intellectual capacity of Nigerian Army personnel, their families, and the wider society. Guided by its motto, strength through knowledge, the corps underscores that military strength is built on both combat capability and education. On file pass is the Nigerian Army Education Corps School on Wheels, a mobile classroom equipped with modern teaching facilities. This initiative delivers quality education to children in internally displaced persons camp, riverine, and other hard-to-reach communities, ensuring that every child has access to learning regardless of location. The Nigerian Army Education Corps is commanded by Brigadier General Y.B. Ahmed.
Next is the Nigerian Army Finance Corps. The Nigerian Army Finance Corps is the custodian of Nigerian Army funds and is responsible for the payments of troop emoluments, including operational allowance, as well as the provision of logistic support for formations and units in operational areas. As part of its rendering its service to the Nigerian Army Finance Corps makes bank transfer and cash payments to formations, units, and troops respectively. Furthermore, physical cash is disbursed where banking services are not available to enable formations, units, and troops carry out assigned tasks seamlessly. This is achieved through the use of armored personnel cash carriers and reinforced bullion vans. Funds are moved with adequate security both in peacetime and during operations. It is against this backdrop that the Nigerian Army Finance Corps wishes to showcase its mobile and combat capabilities for the payment of troops emoluments and formations and unit funds. This ensures that the Nigerian Army formations are well resourced and troops are adequately motivated to carry out their tasks at all times. The Chief of Accounts and Budget Army is Major General T.T. Sedek.
Approaching now is the Directorate of Army Physical Training, the arm of Nigerian Army responsible for developing and sustaining the physical fitness, mental resilience, and combat readiness of all personnel. On display today are physical training instructors with essential training equipment, followed by a fitness display truck, showcasing exercises that build strength, endurance, agility, and operational readiness. Also on display is a combat sports vehicle featuring army boxers, judokas, and wrestlers demonstrating discipline, skill, courage, and fighting spirit. These displays reflect the Directorate's commitment to producing a physically fit, resilient, and combat-ready force capable of meeting contemporary security challenges. The Director of Army Physical Training is Brigadier General M.S. Usman.
The special guest of honor, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as we are wrapping the file past, the final call to display is the Nigerian Army Band Corps. Approaching now is the Nigerian Army Band Corps, the custodian of the Nigerian Army's rich musical heritage and ceremonial tradition. Established in 1928 as the West Africa Frontier Post Band, the corps has evolved into one of the Army's most distinguished institutions, providing music for military ceremonies, state functions, and national events. The contingent showcases the corps of drums, bagpipe band, military band, steel band, and dance band, each performing specialized roles in enhancing military ceremonies, preserving tradition, and promoting civil-military relations. From the stirring sound of the bugles and the bagpipes to the vibrant melodies of the military steel and dance bands, the corps continues to project the professionalism, discipline, and cultural diversity of the Nigerian Army. The Nigerian Army Band Corps is commanded by Lieutenant Colonel M.A. Toriola. That was a display by the Nigerian Army Corps of Drums. Approaching now is the military band. Military band are known for providing music for military ceremonies, state functions, and national events. Approaching finally on the Nigerian Army Band Corps Fine Pass is the steel band and the dance bands. At the moment is the steel band and dance bands entertaining the special guest of honor, as well as esteemed guests that gathered to witness the Nigerian Army Day celebration for the year 2026. Distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, this colorful parade and spectacular display by Nigerian Army troops, as well as demonstration and equipment file pass, witnessed a while ago, was coordinated under the supervision of the Nigerian Army Day Celebration 2026 Parade Subcommittee Chairman, Brigadier General M.J. Gambo. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor.
Excellence, invités distingués, officiers supérieurs, messieurs et mesdames, ça c'est le passage en revue de matériel de combat de l'armée nigérienne, ce que montre la bonne préparation de l'armée nigérienne pour combattre les menaces et d'insécurité contemporaines. Merci.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen, this display of and combat support platform is a confirmation of the Nigerian Army's capability and readiness to combat the emerging security challenges in the country, that is in line with the Chief of Army Staff Command philosophy, which is to advance the transformation of the Nigerian Army into a more professional, adaptive, combat-ready and resilient force capable of decisively discharging its constitutional responsibilities within a joint and the multi-agency environment. Please, let's appreciate the Nigerian Army for its patriotic role of maintaining the unity and national integration of our beloved country, Nigeria.
Votre Excellence, invité distingué, officiers supérieurs, messieurs et mesdames, cette démonstration des plateformes de combat et de soutien au combat confirme la capacité et la disponibilité de l'armée nigérienne à faire face aux défis sécuritaires émergents dans le pays, conformément à la philosophie de commandement de chef d'état-major de l'armée, qui est faire progresser la transformation de l'armée nigérienne en une force plus professionnelle, adaptable, prête au combat et résiliente, capable d'exécuter de manière décisive ses responsabilités constitutionnelles dans un environnement conjoint et multi-agence. Veuillez s'il vous plaît saluer l'armée nigérienne pour son rôle patriotique dans la maintien de l'unité et de l'intégration du Nigeria.
They go and tell them now not to do the pre-order. They are going to tell him not to do the pre-order. So we continue with our program.
Go ahead.
Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, distinguished guests, senior officers, ladies and gentlemen. The Nigerian Army, airborne skydivers, are already airborne. Any moment we shall witness the display by the Nigerian Army skydivers. While we await for that free fallers, at this point may I request the brass band for light musical interlude. The band, please.
Thank you very much, the band. Thank you very much. That was a beautiful interlude by the band. May I still once again please request the band to please give us that scintillating music we just heard from them a while ago. The band to please give us that interlude of music for just 1 minute while we await the skydivers to exit the aircraft. Thank you very much, the band. The band, thank you very much. Thank you very much, the band. Your Excellency, the special guest of honor, permit me at this point to please request we bring our minds back to the square, our heads looking up, even as as the skydivers have already exited the aircraft. All eyes to the sky.
Les invités distingués, mesdames et messieurs, ce que vous voulez observer est l'une des démonstrations les plus prestigieuses et plus exigeantes sur le plan technique des capacités aéroportées de l'armée nigérienne. Une démonstration de chute libre militaire à grande altitude réalisée par des parachutistes militaires spécialement entraînés. Cette technique est considérée dans le monde entier comme l'une des formes les plus avancées de parachutisme militaire.
From the commentary box here, we can actually see at the sky there the skydiver with the national color. We can also see the skydiver with the Nigerian Army color.
You're watching Channels Television. That was a live broadcast of the Nigerian Army Day Celebrations 2026, live from Port Harcourt, the Rivers State capital. Let's now return to our other programs for today. Thank you for staying with us.
You've been watching a live Channels Television event.
Thank you very much for staying with us on Channels Television, and a warm welcome to News Track coming to you from our studio in Lagos. I am Anne Nwawadu.
And from our studios in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, I am Kumbi Aboluade. Let's begin with security. In its continued onslaught against crime, the Oyo State Police Command rescued 2 abducted children and arrested 4 suspects in connection to their kidnapping in Lanleti, Ibarakpa East local government area. The command also recovered a cache of firearms from a suspected armed robbery syndicate during a separate operation in Lagos State. The Commissioner of Police, Olugbenga Abimbola, who made this known to newsmen, disclosed that the gunmen invaded Ebimpe